Hello, everyone. I am Matthew Thomas with the Super Cool Radio. My guest at this time, hailing from Wisconsin, and released a killer debut album. Debut single. I'm Not the One. Please welcome Lines of Loyalty.
Woo, what's up, guys?
And joining me at this time, we got Rito on bass, Nubs on vocals, and Shane on drums. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for having us, man.
Super cool, man.
Yeah, I've actually had a few people recommend you that I interview you guys, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. You got a lot of cool stuff I want to cover, but I'm gonna throw you guys a curveball and start this off with if you guys could listen to one album, if you guys could recommend one album that everyone should listen to in their lifetime, what would it be?
There's a couple. He said one. I know.
He said one.
Are you listening?
Listen,
I know. But there's a couple. But I have to narrow it down.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll say the new Slaves album, To Better Days, is really good.
Phenomenal. I would have to say the last Seasons After album that came out was from front to back, literally. Yeah. Every song was great. There wasn't one flaw in it. It was phenomenal. And the guy who actually produced our single produced that album. So
and he's a guitar player.
Yeah. Chris Dawson, yes.
Nice.
And I would recommend Make Yourself by Incubus. That album was game.
You're actually the second person to say that album in like the last couple weeks.
Yeah, we're almost like second.
Well, before I did this interview, I did say they're the second band from Wisconsin because they almost beat them to it. But so nice to have you guys here. So yeah. I want to start. Obviously, I'm talking with Lines of Loyalty. How did you guys get started as musicians?
So we
let the summer go.
It's a funny story. It's we all have our own life journeys and things that we were going for and what we want for ourselves. And in that, this is how our paths cross. You know, we all were wanting the same thing. I was at Route 20. It's a local venue around here. We have a lot of national acts. I was there. I was an X at a time, and opening for Candlebox was this guy. And I thought he sucked. No, I'm just kidding. He was good, you know, but I just didn't, I want to see Candlebox. But hey, that guy was pretty cool, you know, whatever. And fast forward a few weeks later, I'm in downtown Kenosha. That's where we live. And there's a few open mics that happened a lot. You know, music scene in downtown Kenosha is pretty great. And I was out there playing an acoustic set with a buddy of mine, and Glenn was there. He turned around and come talk to me after that set, and I remembered, seeing him at the show. So I told him about that, and he was stoked about it. He signed up on the list. So it was like, yeah, let's jam together. So we started doing that, and we made a little band, did some other things, and all the meanwhile that was happening, I just got back from Arkansas, and I was with another band down there, and it just fell through. So when I was back home, I hit the music scene. I was going to all the open mics, and I was trying to find a band. I'm a drummer. You know, I need a band to survive. And while I was doing that too, hanging out with him, I was working also at Fusion, another local venue downtown Kenosha, just trying to be in it, be around as much as I can. And I ended up running the door one night for a local show for a band called Mixed Company. And that's when I met Rito, because he was still doing that band and whatnot. And saw those guys play, and I was like, cool, nice band. Like the style. Yeah. Be better if I played drums for him, Didn't realize that was going to happen. And I'm at home one night looking for something to do. My buddy's birthday was going on. He's got a basement with 2 drum sets, bunch of amps. He's like, bring your guitars and sticks over. Let's just have a jam night. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm there. I go, and the singer at the time, because a Mixed Company was a female fronted band, the lead singer, Brittany, was there. And she remembered me. Well, I started playing drums because we were jamming. And that's when we started talking about music, and her band was looking for a drummer. And I was like, yeah, I remember you. You're the singer from Mixed Company. I ran your door that night. She's like, oh, yeah, I'll come try out for your band. Came and tried out. Long story short, the guitar player then, he stepped down. Me and Nubs were still doing a lot of projects. And I was like, hey, man, you should come play guitar with this band. They got some stuff going on. They just had a homegrown hit on a local radio station, 95 Will Rock. Who knows, they seem really active. He jumped on board,
I joined the band as a backup guitar player.
Yeah, he
backup
wasn't
singer.
even, and he's always been a front man, but he took a different role in the band at the time. And then just throughout the time went on, Brittany stepped down, she moved back home, and Glenn stepped up, and here we are.
Yeah, and then we changed our name about
4 or 5 months ago.
March.
about 6 months ago, probably, and now, and so it's been uphill ever since that. So
Yeah, Don.
Get the-
Yeah, he's-
I know your question. I don't think your question was necessarily this question, but
No, it wasn't.
it wasn't. But we'll circle back.
No, that honestly, that was my follow-up question was how did you guys come together? So
But I started playing music when I was like 5 years old.
We're not going that far back. We got like
I
20
know,
twins.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like he asked,
Yeah,
like,
how we
when-
started.
how we started. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
I was 5.
I was starting to talk.
I got my first keyboard. It was a Kermit the Frog keyboard.
Oh, God.
It was green. It had Kermit on one side, it had Miss Piggy on the other, and it was green, and it was like this big.
Explains a lot,
It was awesome. And then the year after, I got a Casio keyboard, and it was like, whoa, game
Yeah.
changer, you know? And then I did keyboard for a while and figured out some things. My grandfather showed me a couple things. And then come along my 10th birthday, my mom gave me my first acoustic, which was her acoustic, which I ended up smashing on a wall in someone's face at a show because it wouldn't let me play, and I was drunk at the time. So
Was it worth it?
it was worth it. I missed that guitar, but it was worth it. I think I broke my thumb that night. And then as I got older, you know, teenage years and stuff, I started joining all these different bands, being a front man and playing electric guitar. I got my first electric when I was 16. I got a Les Paul. And then that got sold. One of my ex-girlfriends, actually, I went to grab the rest of my stuff from the house, and she sold my first acoustic and my first electric and my Casio keyboard. She sold both of them. My first 2 big things that I got in my life, she sold.
So that
And
Kermit?
huh?
So get that Kermit keyword.
No, it might be in storage somewhere in my
That would be
parents' attic.
crazy,
That's in my
bro.
parents' attic. That would be I'll bring it out to a show one day. But check it out. She probably does. And then I just, kept developing from there, joining more bands and becoming more of a front man. And I was in a band that was kind of like Lamb of God. It was all screaming. They were called Weapons Fired. We did some stuff like that for a little while. And then I joined a band called Damage Theory. And there was like a lot of cover songs, but it was heavy rock. And we started writing. They didn't, want to go any farther. And then I quit that band to join Mixed Company, which is,
This Morrison and Matson.
Well, those are all in between along the way. But like, I don't want to say all of it, but like there was a big journey in that, and now we're here.
I'll make mine a little short.
His is probably short, but
no.
his dad's awesome.
Yeah, my dad's a bass player, and he's been in the Kenosha area playing music in a cover band for a long time. So he's kind of like a local legend, and learned a lot from him, and picked up a lot, and like a mini clone from him and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would have done if it wasn't for him playing bass, So it's awesome to have your role model be your dad, too. So it's awesome. Yeah.
oh yeah, for sure. Especially like when your parents are like super supportive of like what you do, man. It always feels better.
Yeah, his parents are awesome.
Yeah.
When did you start?
I started playing.
7.
I get my backstory of more of my backstory. When I was 7, didn't really start getting into like bands and stuff until I was like 18, and then started playing bars. My first like real band was with my uncle. Growing up, my uncle was always the one doing music, and I looked up to him a lot. He was kind of like my role model. He was the lead singer, and his band was kind of like a Linkin Park kind of vibe, like hip hop and rock mixed together. And he called me up one day, wanted to play drums because he thought I could handle it. And I took that call very serious, and then that kind of just got my mind going. At that time, I was working for Walgreens. I was a manager for like 10 years and just hated my life. And all of a sudden, I started doing that on weekends, and we got on Reverbnation and paying really good.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is awesome. I'm doing this. And then I moved down south with a buddy of mine, joined this like singer-songwriter kind of Americana alternative country band. We did an album with Lisa Grace. She was a session player for Johnny Cash and the Trio. Did an album at Omniville Studios. We were on a private label. Things just like took off in a matter of like 6 months that year for me, and it changed my life. But the band fell apart, and I came back home, and I was so heartbroken. I'm like, dude, it can't be over. you know, all that stuff, all those things that happened. And like I felt like I was so close to like making it, and I come back home and I'm working, you know, temp jobs, warehouses, working in a kitchen at a bar, and just like didn't give up. That's when I hit the music scene hard. Every night, every weekend, if I wasn't working to make some kind of money, I was going out and playing my cajon or bringing a kick drum and you know, my snare, hi-hat somewhere just to play. Going to friends' houses because they're posting about open jams in their basement. I was putting myself everywhere. I landed myself 2 open mics out of the downtown. I've been teaching now 2 privately the last 4 years, and
He gives drum lessons. Madison drumming.
Yeah.
Check it out.
yeah, a lot of great students of mine. Actually, my students have a show coming up this Saturday at Ribfest. 2,500 tickets already sold out. They have a 45-minute set. We're doing a bunch of covers, and I got in that band are 3 of my drum students. One of them also sings lead on. It's just
Awesome.
music has changed my life.
Yeah, dude, thank you so much for sharing that story, especially like that. That's just awesome, and especially putting in the hard work and actually just putting yourself out there like everywhere just to make it.
For sure. One more fun fact, really quick.
Yeah, go for it.
This is like this mixed company, or this is like my first real band that I've ever been in, and like it's just crazy to think like all the stories you hear of like them like doing a bunch of different stuff.
I played.
You know,
I played with so many people. I mean, Royal Bliss. We were on tour with Pop Evil. We played with Saliva, Tantric. We got Smiling Soul coming up. Yep.
Yeah.
Saving Abel, we play with them. We've done a lot of big stuff, and even before I was with them, I mean, I was doing stuff like he said. He saw me open for Candlebox and everything. Like I was the guy that they would call. They need an opener to play acoustic. Boom, I would be there, and they'd always, they'd be able to rely on me because any big show they had coming and they need an opener, I was there. So that's kind of how we got hooked up with that. That was kind of cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Especially just again, just being reliable, showing up and putting in the work. I mean, it gets you places.
Oh, for sure. Takes time.
Well, it really does, man. Like, and just to reference like my old retail job too. Even before I got promoted, I started from a stock boy, worked my way up to assistant. Opened a bunch of stores. Was like the guy I would go around and fix the stock rooms for because my inventory was always on. But going to work every day, and as long as you always work, because the boss is watching, just do your job right, and it will pay off.
Yeah.
And I think it's what we all kind of did, no matter what, how many times we failed or people didn't care. We still put our 100% into it.
We're trifecta.
It's kind of like shaping the name of the band.
Yeah.
Like we're really loyal to one another on so many levels, and just we know that together we're gonna get through this.
Well, especially being in the music industry, it's hard. It's really people don't understand it a lot of times. Family members and friends, and like a lot of high school friends look at you. You're like 30 years old and you're still doing music, and they look at you just like what are you doing, bro? It's just like like. You gotta keep chasing your dream, man, because people who say, just like get a real job and like grow up, those are people that gave up on their dreams, man.
Don't listen to anybody's doing it.
Yeah. Having dreams is important. Like just like it means you're striving to be like better and like to better yourself every time. That's what like, dreams are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's honestly what I feel like too. Every year, even COVID was not slow for us.
We kept going.
Physically shows slow down, but there was a lot more quality than quantity. And like, holy shit,
we came up with a game plan.
We were so lucky because we came off the Pop Evil tour, and then COVID hit like a month after, and we got some good information from people we trust about our band name and our sound and stuff like that, and we took it to heart. And during COVID was when we changed the band name and when we did record I'm Not the One and stuff. So it's like we definitely took advantage of that.
We came back from that tour very open-minded.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's got some sort of ego, and we really took ourselves out of it and stopped saying like, yeah, our band's cool, but is it really? Like, look at it from a different pair of eyes. Take yourself really out of it and not to say like it's that simple, but there's a formula to everything. Songwriting, to that image, to that look, where you carry yourself. I mean, it all has to be there, and I feel like we got it. I mean, and not just that, everyone else feels it, and that's kind of what gives us that.
Yep.
Smart people know when to let smarter people take charge sometimes.
One thing I will say that really like falls into that category a lot. I went to a convention in Utah and I heard a couple motivational speakers, and one of the guys said one thing, and it always stuck with me. And it was, surround yourself with people that are way better than you, that are above you. Because if you want to get to that level, you need to do what they're doing and understand where they're at and where they're going with it. Because if you're at the people below you, you're not going anywhere but right where they're at, you know? So
I mean, it is nice to like have that ego that, oh yeah, but like,
but not,
still,
being,
you're not gonna,
not being selfish or egotistical
Of course,
about it,
of
but
course.
just saying the fact of, if you want to succeed,
Yeah.
put yourself around people succeeding and take that in and really understand it,
never
you know?
settle.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's all about the environment you're in. Like if you're, as you said, like I like to surround myself with, like, as you said, like people better than you, because then it pushes you to be better and to improve yourself. It's all about your environment.
And then it's always about, dude, knowledge is so much more worth than money and other things, because knowledge is forever, man.
Knowledge is power, man. You have to pay for it. You have to ask for it. It's not just given to you.
Yeah.
Hey, can you show me that? Hey, can you teach me how to do that? Or you go pay a fucking.
There's no wrong question.
I mean, we can spend $100 and that's gone, but if we have the knowledge, it's forever, you know?
Oh yeah, especially like just building off of stuff. Like you learn, it's always steps. You learn this, and then it builds to this, and it builds it. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
And it's always forever.
I mean, if we knew what we knew now 5 years ago,
Game
it could be a
You know
different.
what? This is the fun part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Watching it happen. Watch our song get 40,000 streams on their Spotify. Watching our song get added to more stations around, the U.S.
Yeah.
Watching our
being
music
put on
video.
like media-based rock charts and stuff too, you know?
This is the fun part. I don't want to just get there and wake up like, oh wow, we're here now. I want to live these moments. I want to play those shows.
Like our music's on major radio stations all around the nation, being played, and people are picking up on it, and it's great. It's awesome.
It's crazy. Like, we have an open band chat. We talk in there, and like today we were waiting to get some news, some on some radio play. And while that was happening, I just took a second to say in our chat, like, it's crazy that we're even typing this shit out. Like, how
that
radio play, blah, blah,
we're on
blah,
the radio,
like,
we're doing this, like, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it definitely is. But I heard you on my local hard rock radio station, the Bear. Like I heard you guys on radio, and that's just awesome. Like, just for me being a fan.
Yeah. And that's life changing.
And you can call in and request that song. Anyone can. Anyone can call in and request it.
But like hearing your song on the radio, and not just like a one-time thing, like it's in rotation kind of thing. It's just like it's a glass ceiling, man, that many bands don't even get the chance to do, and we're just lucky enough to be at this point now.
Yeah, we've had a lot of like homegrown hits from 95 Bull Rock. They do a lot of local showcasing on 420. It's their 420 hit. You either call or text, and then you puff it or pass it. And Mix Company had a lot of those under their belt, and then when we became Lines of Loyalty, we did that too again, and it's just that day, it's cool. It's just,
95 Will Rock actually was one of the first stations to put our song into rotation, which was awesome to have support by your local station like that, and they helped just like catapult the song to where it is, because obviously it's a very following kind of thing where it's like, oh, we're on this station, and
it's good that it's our local radio station too, which is
anyone who's not really too familiar with Kenosha, you can have
95 Will Rock.
I always want to say, like, I've been down south, and like Nashville's like the place. 60 people a day move to Nashville, and most of them are musicians because they're all chasing. I think I would honestly say Kenosha is like the Nashville West.
Yeah,
there's a great music scene here.
Yep.
And then next to Michigan, around the Midwest area.
Chicago and Milwaukee are great too.
Chicago's tough, though.
Oh, for sure,
I mean,
for sure.
Bigger bands go read these nails.
For sure. It's hard to get in there.
If you're a singer-songwriter, if you're in a band and you're trying to find a way to get out there more, like Nashville or whatever, like this area too, like
it's just good for that.
There's so many opportunities, places to play. Like Dave Grohl said it too, like just go play. I don't care if there's 8 people, to just go play your instrument and do it your damnedest every time.
All right, do I sound better?
Nope.
It's still robotic.
You go like this.
All
right, let me plug a mic in real quick.
We do have a show Saturday.
We do have a show Saturday with Left a Reason.
A local band, buddies at it's like a biker event.
Yeah,
in Beloit, Illinois.
Is it Beloit?
Beloit, Wisconsin.
Or Beloit, Wisconsin. Sorry, I'm gonna send people to the wrong place. 7:30 to 11:30 is a 4-hour event.
Yep.
That's my short-term memory working for you right now. I looked at that like at 8 o'clock this morning.
Right. All right. And I know coming to Indiana, my home state, you're gonna be playing with the Everyday Losers and my friend's Medicine Water, the shirt I'm wearing. That is coming up June 5th at Cheers.
Awesome. Yep. Can't wait.
But also, and in May,
That's not the Cheers from like the show, is it? 'Cause
I
I know
know.
there's actually a bar that is the Cheers from the show that you can go to.
Yeah, it's not that one because I don't think anyone want to put it in South Bend, but.
Right.
But also, backing up a little bit, you guys got a run of shows coming up with my friends, the Almas, in May. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
it's
it's gonna be
fun.
great, man. Yep.
So I've seen them live opportunity to see them live for the first time in April. So how's it like working with the Almas? Because they're really awesome.
It's great, man. We go way back with those guys. I've been playing music with Frank for years, you know. So
Funny story.
yeah, well, Frank was actually the original guitar player of Mixed Company.
Yeah.
And me and him go back. He was one of the originators and stuff of the band, and we go back, 6-7 years playing. And yeah, man, they're awesome guys. They're good songwriters, and they're always fun to play with. They always put on a great show.
He actually showed me some chords as he was leaving the band.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
I was joining the band.
We left on good terms. So like he kind of helped Glenn out with our first show that he had. So he was here jamming with us and stuff. So, and obviously, with Tammy being Crystal's mom and stuff, it's a tight knit thing.
Yeah, definitely really, really great people to work with. I really like working with them. And then also shows coming up. You guys will be at the Smokestack Brew with the Almas in July. That'll be on July 15th. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Chokesetter's open for them. I think it's going to be really awesome.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get back on the road, man.
Oh yeah.
So, and for anyone who hasn't seen you guys live yet, I know obviously a lot of people in Indiana because we got great shows coming up. What can they expect?
Awesomeness.
They can expect a real, raw, natural sound in your face. I feel like it's something that's been kind of lacking in modern music. Just guitar, vocal, bass, drums.
Yeah, it's just three guys up there. We
plug a lot bigger than you think. Three piece.
Yeah, we plug in and we play music. There's really no backing tracks. It's real. Everything is.
It sounds great.
Yeah, it's high energy. And it's.
Thanks, man.
I love my jokes.
No, but being a three-piece band is
It's hard.
It is a difficult thing having.
If someone messes up, you can hear it.
No,
there.
yeah, but having Glenn be the guitar player too, it's a battle of like still being energetic and still being, moving on stage.
I can only move around so much around the microphone.
So it's like, it's a battle of trying to be entertaining while having him stuck to the mic and trying to figure out.
He puts on the show. He definitely puts on the show. If you haven't seen his hair whips,
check out the video.
Music video, yeah.
Stunt double.
All the.
Hair flip, stunt double.
I actually fractured my wrist falling down in one of the shots. Yeah, that's great.
You did? Yeah, shirt came out. The whole 9 yards.
It was a lot of it. No, but three-piece though that's a challenge. But we definitely fight through it and put on a very powerful performance.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm actually going to be at all 3 shows that you guys are going to be here, plus Rock the Rescue in August, which is
with the Shallow Sides.
Yes.
Crash Karma and the Rumors. Look at me though. Like I'm a manager.
We love the Rumors.
Yeah, the Rumors are awesome too, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
the picture floating around of me and the girls all doing our makeup in the van mirror.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Why are you? That's awful.
It was a fun day. That was a cool show. That was in Iowa.
That was at Hook's Pub.
Hook's Pub. Man,
that's good. Yeah, definitely. Ride the Rescue is gonna be really awesome. Glad to be a part of it. And yeah, as you said, all those great bands you just listed. I've had the opportunity to interview Crash Karma and the Rumors, and they're so much fun.
Yeah, man. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
I'm wearing a Smashing Pumpkins shirt.
We don't know that.
Sorry, He's always got a band shirt on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh gosh.
So forgot where I was going, but
Yeah, we're messing up now. Yeah, we've been.
He's not even a third down the paper.
He's like,
No,
"Yeah, let me talk,
no.
okay?"
No, all good. I'm actually halfway down. If anyone was noticing, if anyone was paying attention. But no, the thing I always ask my guests, because I forgot where I was going, but now I'm just going to transition now. What music have you guys been listening to this week?
This week.
I know what he's been listening to.
I've been listening to a lot of Any Given Sin.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're awesome, man.
I could probably answer to your question in one year. We've been listening to a lot of Us because we have a new song coming out in the
That's true.
summer.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes, and we
So you can check that
we
one.
we've been chewing on that.
We're chewing on it. It's gonna be great though.
Yeah.
I think that the song, the production of it is awesome. The
Yeah.
direction of the song is awesome. Minor changes and some stuff on it, and we're just kind of sitting with it, listening to it a little bit, and seeing what more we can make it to make it the best we can.
A lot of times you listen to it, and you're just like, it could be better. You know what I mean? It's hard
That's
to.
anything.
Yeah, really good art.
That's
You know,
true.
add more color to opinion, you can add another hook or something to a song.
Yeah.
You know, more
Change
lines
one
to it.
word can change the whole thing.
That's,
You know?
that's what we're going out. We're taking our time with it. Before we would rush through our songwriting.
Yeah.
Not in just because, but it's just how we operated. We would get in the garage, we start jamming on something, Glenn kind of finds something that went over it. Next thing you know, the song's almost done. And it works, but like
Then we go in and we really like dissect it.
We have learned in this
Yeah.
past year and a half, man. I'll tell you, we have learned so much about just everything.
what a good
man.
song really needs
Yeah,
to be.
seriously, and like
So,
just because something sounds good, man, doesn't.
and I think it shows. I'm not the one who's doing really well for us.
Really great, huge. Man.
64.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, I really enjoyed you guys' debut single. I'm Not the One. How was it writing and recording that one?
It was a different, like I said, it was a different process for us because before we would kind of just bang them out in the garage, and this time with our producers that we were working with, they really made us dig deep.
Jimmy Beatty, Chris Dawson.
Yeah,
And
great.
they pushed us a lot. Got a lot out of him, and really taught us a lot. And
They pushed my
they
vocals.
did that thing where I hate sometimes, where like the person knows the answer, but they sit there and make you figure it out. It's like, okay, what do you think of it? It's like, just tell me what you think.
I think it was, it was so different from what we do because it wasn't just settling on, oh, it's good enough, because good enough's not good enough when it comes to wanting to be on the radio and wanting to hit that next level. It has to be almost perfect. And these guys just are so great at what they do, man. Jimmy and Chris are just so great. And
They're recording and working with bands. And again, Sid.
yeah, Saul.
Those
I
guys
mean,
are.
yeah, I mean, they really helped us get to where we're at right now. So we're very blessed to be working with them.
Yeah, definitely. If if anyone hasn't checked out, I'm Not the One. Now we're playing musical chairs on this interview. I love it.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, if anyone hasn't checked out I'm Not the One, I really did not. It has like the raw music feel to it, but also like the raw emotion in it as well. It is really good.
I appreciate that,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah, there's a lot of meaning that anyone I feel like could take from the song if you don't listen to the lyrics. I
You
think
could take it a few ways,
I think traditionally people will take it as like a breakup song maybe, or like a relationship kind of song.
especially if you haven't seen the video.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the music video, we did that in a way to show how we started to interpret the song. Because at first, it was kind of like "You Hurt My Feelings" kind of song.
Yeah.
And when it came time to do our music video,
Just kind of developed.
I was like, dude, there's no way we're gonna do a traditional boyfriend
Oh,
girlfriend.
cliche.
We broke up, jamming, like it's gotta be something else. And Glenn has done such a great job. And not that he was forced into anything like this. It was something he did on his own. He just stopped one day, and he did it really for his daughters.
Yeah.
He was sober for 8 years, and
Yeah.
through his sobriety, he took classes too, and really got to know himself, and figured out what demons he's conquered and what other ones he's still
I was in a
has to work
very,
with.
very bad place.
So
a
that-
little under a decade ago.
So that song, when we made the music video, we kind of portrayed in the beginning of the video before the song starts, him we're at the venue, him looking to see who's there to tell us what to do. Because in the background, me and Rito are setting up our gear. He ends up walking into a room, sees a bottle of liquor and a note that says, "Hello, old friend." Takes a swig of it, and that alcohol, you can see quickly too in the video, it did something to him. His nose starts bleeding, lights are flashing. He walks out to us. He has an episode, and this demon arises out of him. Kind of like, let's back out. And then the rest of the video, besides us jamming, kicking ass, is me and Rito trying to find Glenn and bring him back.
Yeah.
So watch the video and see.
And I feel like you said that people can really sense a genuine story and genuine words, and Glenn has a lot of stories to tell, and it's awesome to hear his songs because they are real. And our new single is a lot of Glenn too, and it's gonna be great. So
when we were on tour Pop Evil, that was the one thing the lead singer Lee said to us, was that when he heard Glenn sing, he said, "Your voice sounds broken." And he meant it in a good way. So you can hear the brokenness when you're singing, like there's pain, you know.
Yeah.
It definitely definitely evokes like all those emotions I said, and you know, hell yeah for being 8 years sober, dude. That is awesome, dude.
Thanks.
So thank you so much. I'm chatting with Lines of Loyalty, and I'm gonna wrap this interview up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I do got one more thing before I let you guys go. Hopefully, technology stays with us. What can we expect for the rest of this year for Lines of Loyalty?
We're gonna hit it hard.
And if you want to, we can send you our picture, our poster.
Yeah, we have a poster of all our show dates coming up.
It's got the runs on there too with the Almas. But yeah, lots of coming out this summer. We're gonna hit the road. You can see us hopefully around in your city or state. Keep listening for us on the radio as well, or request our song.
Yeah, we got a lot of big places. Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Kansas, Nebraska.
I mean, it's a lot of shows, and we got this single coming out soon. There is no date on it, but it will be out this summer.
Yep.
So that's our next big thing too. With all the shows.
Of course, the video with it as well.
Of course.
Can't forget that.
So staying busy.
Definitely sounds like it. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you guys 3 times over the summer for June, July, and August. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
And thank you so much for Lines of Loyalty of Rito, Nubs, and Shane. I'm Matthew Thomas of Super Cool Radio. Thank you for watching.
Peace.
Hope everyone enjoyed my interview with Lines of Loyalty. Definitely had a very fun time, even with the technical issues. It still wound up being a very good interview. So please check out, stream, support, give a like to Lines of Loyalty. And here is a teaser for their debut single, I'm Not the One. Enjoy.
Every moment spent with you was a lie. Every second wasted time. I'm not gonna hold myself anymore. I'm not the one. I'm not the one you're looking for.
Once again, that was a teaser for I'm Not the One by Lines of Loyalty. Please stream, support, give a like to Lines of Loyalty. Really awesome rock band out of Wisconsin. They have some shows coming up with the Almas in May, so please check that out as well. And they'll be here in the South Bend area 3 times coming up for June, July, and August. The first one is June 5th at Cheers Pub with Medicine Wives and the Everyday Losers. It's going to be a really awesome hard rockin' show. And then they'll be at the Smokestack Brew in Mishawaka on July 15th with the Almas with Chokesetter opening for them. And finally, they'll be at Rock the Rescue in August with so many great bands, including Shallow Side, Kingdom Collapse, Crash Karma, and The Rumors. A huge festival full of great bands, so get your tickets now. Here is the complete list of all the shows for Lines of Loyalty. Thank you so much for tuning in to Super Cool Radio, and if you want to directly support us, we have really awesome hats for sale. They're $21 including shipping, or you can check out our store on Endeavor After. Thank you so much. Here are the upcoming shows for Lines of Loyalty.